Okay, everybody, I want to jump in to this week's theme, okay, which is how to stay raw vegan easily for the rest of your life. Wow. Okay, that's a big statement, right? This is a no-brainer. I've got a training I'm going to deliver for you. It's three phases: phase one, phase two, and phase three. This is how you do it, everybody. I've been working with thousands and thousands of people over the years as a coach. I have probably 15 private clients right now on my calendar doing my 12-week program. That's people who are working with me privately. This is people who have invested in deeper level accountability and support. And oh, yeah, when you are on my calendar and you talk to me every day and every week as your coach, it's absolutely life changing. And so many people get it wrong. So many people are doing a half-assed version. So many people are afraid to do it for real that I'm going to tell you what you really need to do. Now, just today, we had a new member join. Her name is Laura Anderson. She hasn't been accepted into this Facebook group yet, so she's not watching live right now because she just literally joined. And she sent me a message and she said, I joined, Shane. I'm really excited to connect and transform my life. I'm ready for this. Okay, do you know how many times, everyone, that I hear this? Do you know how many times I hear this? Hundreds of times a month, people send me messages like this. I'm ready. I joined Raw Vegan Heroes. I'm excited to connect. I need help. I need to transform my life. And guess what? The vast majority of people, no matter how much they want it, no matter how ready they are, never achieve it. They don't know what the steps are. They don't know what to expect. And they're completely sidelined. They're completely distracted by the actual work that it takes to be raw vegan. So I'm going to do this training here in service of Laura Anderson. Laura, you can watch this in the replay. But of course, everybody who wants to transform their life, who's ready for a transformation and thinks it's going to be about doing a juice fast. Now, I've got phase one, phase two, and phase three. Okay, phase one, let's get into it. Everybody should take notes on this. Guys, take absolutely freaking notes because this is literally my life's work. This is what I've learned over years and years and years and years of working with people very closely, one-on-one, with my private coaching, doing deep dive sessions, doing Q&A. Hundreds, I've done over 250 hours of Q&A in Raw Vegan Heroes, not to mention the thousands and thousands of hours I've worked with private clients. Phase one of learning how to stay raw vegan easily, consistently for the rest of your life requires that we do a juice fast to remove mucoid plaque. Yep, you're not going to get it by eating fruit. You're not going to do it by doing a fruit cleanse. You can't do it by eating food. Nope, you got to fast. You got to do a juice fast. You got to clean out the mucoid plaque, biofilm, impacted fecal matter, the fecal matter that's in your lymph, the fecal matter that's in your interstitial fluid, the fecal matter that's in your bowels. You got to remove the old food. You got to get it out of your body because it helps to start transitioning the microbes. Look, this is all about microbes. And what I'm going to talk about right now is really a transition of the microbes of our body. It's also a transition of the mindset, of our soul, of our spiritual vision for our lives. And it starts with a 40-day juice fast to clear the cobwebs from your mind and to start to integrate that spiritual vision for your life. Because look, you're not going to be able to be a raw vegan without that integration of the spiritual vision. You got to get the microbes out of your bowels, the bad ones, the ones that want starch and meat and pork and fish and eggs. You got to get them out of your bowels because this is a spiritual war raging inside of you, a war for good versus evil. And as long as you've got those microbes, those little devilish imp demon microbes inside of your bowels, you are going to be losing the war. You've got to do a juice fast to get the bad microbes out. You've been feeding them your whole life. You were trained to feed them, your mom fed them, your grandma fed them, and now you have an opportunity to become a spiritual warrior on this planet and transition your body to be of a higher vibration and to get out of the lower density vibration that's going to hold you back. If you do not clean out the microbes and the plaque and the biofilm out of your bowels, forget it. You're not going to be raw vegan. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, now I'm going to talk about phase two. Also, last thing on phase one, that's the easy part. Phase one, doing a 40-day juice fast, is what most people think is going to heal them or make them raw vegan, and it's not. A 40-day juice fast is not going to heal you, and it's not going to make you raw vegan at all. Okay, it's a great protocol for emptying the bowels, removing the mucoid plaque, removing the biofilm, transitioning the microbes, cellular cleansing, cellular hydration. There's amazing benefits to a 40-day juice fast, but it will not heal you. Well, it won't heal you. Nope, not the juice fast. Phase 2 and 3 will, okay? But also the juice fast is the easiest part. Phase 1 of how to stay raw vegan easily for the rest of your life is the easy part. Phase 1, easy, okay? Now, phase 2, write this down. How I would nutshell phase 2 is do not try to feel full, okay? What we've got to do here is we've got to refeed the body. We've got to reintroduce the proper microbes into our bowels. Remember, there's a war waging inside of you. You've got to choose which microbes you're going to feed. The lower vibrational, low entity, these demonic entities, little devilish imps and low energies that are demanding eggs and fish and pork. You know, it's like cannibalism. They want you to eat death. They want you to eat the flesh. You know, these are ancient microbes that have been living inside of humans for millions of years. These microbes are more ancient than the human race is. They've been here billions of years. They use us as a host. You've got to get these microbes out of your body and you've got to transition the microbes. That's how you become raw vegan, to a higher vibrational lifestyle and way of living. Now, after you break your juice fast, as you go back to refeeding your body, you don't want to try to feel full. And everybody makes the mistake of trying to feel full. Oh, I should feel full eating raw vegan. No, you should not. You should not try to feel full, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be having those bad microbes die off and they're going to be demanding cooked food, and you're going to feel very empty and very unsatisfied and very unsatiated. Phase 2 is the hardest part. Phase 2 is the phase where it's make it or break it. This is where you become a raw vegan or not, really, is phase 2, and it's very, very hard. This is the hardest phase. Okay, and so you don't want to go for dense foods. If you're trying to feel full, you're going to be turning to like nuts and seeds and dehydrated foods, which are going to keep you off track. What you need to do is you need to feed the microbes inside of the bowels with the prebiotic fiber and the non-digestible cellulose fiber of raw fruits and vegetables. So instead of trying to feel full, what you want to do is you want to focus on volume. Focus on volume. So eat a 5-pound salad, eat a fruit monomeal. Instead of eating an apple for lunch, have 12 apples. Okay, and instead of trying to feel full from 12 apples or a 5-pound salad, know that you've done your part, that you're feeding the gut microbes, but you're not supposed to feel full at this stage. You've got to have the old microbes die off before the new microbes can take over and start to edge out these demonic low energy imps that are controlling you and controlling the way you think and the way you feel. So instead of focusing on feeling full, focus on volume of raw food. Volume is the antidote to feeling full. And as you focus on volume over time, it will establish the right, correct gut microbiome. Okay, which will then lead you to feel satiated and satisfied with less food, raw food, and not be demanding these like cashews and dehydrated foods, thinking that you have to feel full. Do not make the mistake of thinking you have to feel full. Now, phase 2 might last a year or two. So imagine going 2 years without feeling full. Well, maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe it's only 10 months. Maybe it's 6 months. Maybe it's a year. Maybe it's 2 years. But trying to feel full and you know, this 2-year phase is going to be highly challenging for you, and most people won't make it. And if you do make it, you're a freaking warrior. You're a spiritual warrior, and that's going to lead you to phase 3. Phase 3 is also extremely difficult, and it's going to be a phase that could take a long time. Phase 3 is understanding the macronutrient ratio that's going to work for you, for your constitution, your age, your geographical location, and your fitness goals. You need to be a warrior and find the macronutrient ratio and balance that's going to work for your body and your style of eating. This is where you have to be self-referencing. You can't listen to other influencers. Okay, you can't listen to people online who are raw vegan saying, eat low fat, eat high fat, eat 80-10-10, eat this, eat that. This is where you have to shut out the noise and you have to figure out how to eat for yourself. You have to figure out how much fat do I need in my diet? How much protein do I need in my diet? If you learn how to eat protein as a raw vegan, say you want 15% of your calories to come from protein, you need to learn how to eat 15% of your calories from protein. That's going to help you be raw vegan. That's going to educate you, train you up to a high level of health and vitality, and help you stay raw vegan easily for the rest of your life. Staying raw vegan easily for the rest of your life rests on one critical component. Well, two critical components. One is transitioning those gut microbes, okay? And two is learning how to eat the right macronutrient balance for you, your age, your constitution, your fitness goals, and even your geographic location. Are you in the north? Are you in the south? Do you live in cold climates? Do you live in warm climates? So the way to lose the weight you want to lose, and the way you want to, the way to look the way you want to look, the way to have the vibrancy, the glow, the aura, the gratification of being an incredible, sexy, beautiful older person. Like say you're 52, like I'm 52, I'm about to turn 52. The way you get there is by making it through phase 3, not by eating 80-10-10. That's somebody else's macronutrient that they think works for them. I personally don't think 80-10-10 worked very well for Doug Graham, in my opinion. But look at what you need, not what somebody else needs. This is where you need to be self-referencing. And phase 3 could take a year or 2 or more. So overall, phase 1 is a 40-day juice fast, okay? That's like, what, 6 weeks? Phase 2, I'd say, is a 2-year journey. Phase 3 is like a year or 2 journey. So we're looking at like a 3 to 4 year journey here to make it through phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 to help you stay raw vegan easily for the rest of your life, okay? So for someone like Laura Anderson, who just joined today and has said to me, Shane, I'm really excited to connect and transform my life. I'm ready for this. Let me ask, are you ready for this? Are you ready for a 40-day juice fast to clean out the imps and the little demon microbes in your body that demand pork and eggs? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to not feel full for a year or even 2? And to trust the process? Even if you don't trust the process, you surrender to the process, and somehow you find a deep trust in your mind and your body and your soul. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to not turn to fats and cashews and binge on dried fruits, foods, and nuts and seeds to try to get that volume of raw food through your bowels and build the right, strong microbiome? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be your own leader and find the macronutrient balance that works for you, regardless of what other influencers are saying? If somebody says to you, you should eat this way, you need to run the other direction. Everything we should be eating is raw, yes, of course, but how much protein, how much carbs, and how much fats you should be eating in your macro balance is very specific to you. And if you don't have the resolve and the focus and the vision to find that for you, you're not going to do it. So are you ready? Because this is what it really takes. Are you ready for a 3 and 4 year journey to become raw vegan? Are you ready to have the spiritual vision for your life and be a leader for yourself? Because that's what it's going to really take. All right, I hope that's helpful, everybody. That's my theme for this week, is how to stay raw vegan easily for the rest of your life. Phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Go back and watch this replay. Take notes. Make sure you understand those 3 phases intimately, because it's really, really critical. Also, Lindsay says, I love not feeling full personally. Yeah, Lindsay, that's exactly right. And over time, not feeling full becomes your freedom. Not feeling full becomes the pathway to a lighter, higher vibrational, sexy being that's not weighed down by these dense foods that these microbes are demanding. The microbes demand the pork chops and the eggs and the stir fries and all this stuff. It's the microbes, not you. Your sweet little high vibrational spiritual consciousness wants lighter, higher vibrational ways of being, clearer perspectives, clearer perception. higher intuition, more clairvoyance, more psychic abilities. That's not going to happen because you're always demanding that you feel full all the time, and like binging on a pound of cashews trying to feel full. That's what fools out here are doing, trying to be raw vegan. Be smarter than that.